Hey there! On the 14th of August, Epic Games introduced the v10.10 update patch to the game, 1.39 gigabytes in size. In this video, we're going to be going over the changes made to the game in Fortnite Battle Royale. Starting off, a new Rift Zone has been added. Like last week, where in the v10.00 content update they added Tilted Town, this week Mega Mall has turned back into Retail Row. With the return of Retail Row, however, comes the return of Fiends. In Retail Row, hordes of Fiends will charge up players along with other players. Drop here to fight Fiends along with players in this new Mash Pit. Fiends may drop a weapon, consumable, or ammo upon being eliminated, just as they previously would. However, they cannot go outside the Retail Rift Zone. As for other gameplay changes, chests and ammo containers will now open when destroyed. Currently, however, there is an issue where destroying the object the chest or ammo box it is placed on will not open the container. This issue is planned to have resolved in the v10.20 update. The following gameplay bug fixes have been made. The Week 1 and Week 2 hidden battle stars can now be collected. They fixed an issue in which the bush would reset its displayed equip timer if the player tried to activate it multiple times. The reset time, however, wouldn't affect the original equip time in these cases. They also fixed an issue which would cause the supply drop smoke not appearing when the box was not in sight. Trees no longer turn into different kinds of trees upon being damaged, including snow-covered trees no longer turning into non-snow-covered trees when damaged, which I honestly thought was a feature. They fixed an issue in which chests would sometimes already be broken or opened at the start of a match. The Welcome to Tilted Town message no longer loops when the players enter or exit Tilted Town. It also no longer overlaps storm warnings. Walking over in-motion bottle or fancy flip toys no longer causes a camera issue, and they've also fixed an issue involving chests being unopenable in Tilted Town in the playground mode. Now onto the weapon and item changes. The Infinity Blade has been unvaulted in the Sword Fight Squads and Duos limited time modes, and its environmental damage has been reduced from 10,000 to 600 damage. The number of resource stacks contained in chests in Tilted Town has been increased from 1 to 3. And B.R.U.T.E changes have been added, which I guess are supposed to be nerfs, but they're not really that helpful. They've added a targeting laser that appears as players load and fire missiles, which is visible to the gunner, opponents, and teammates. Supposedly, this is to help give clarity to all players on where a gunner is aiming their rockets before they're fired, Epic says, which I suppose means that this is supposed to be some sort of minute nerf to the B.R.U.T E that they thought would actually be helpful. Additionally, they've improved visual and audio feedback during the self-destruct sequence. B.R.U.T.Es can now be entered directly from glider mode. In large teams respawn modes, B.R.U.T.Es will now spawn at irregular intervals rather than waiting for storm phases to end. B.R.U.T.Es abandoned in the storm will self-destruct after 30 seconds. And B.R.U.T.Es will reappear on the minimap after 15 seconds if no player is in either seat. On top of that, B.R.U.T.Es have drastically lower spawn rates in arena and tournament playlists now. At the beginning of the match, there is a 21.5% chance that 1 to 3 B.R.U.T.Es will spawn. At the first storm, there is now a 44% chance that between 1 and 4 B.R.U.T.Es will spawn. At the second and third storms, there is a 40% chance that 1 or 2 B.R.U.T.Es will spawn. The fourth storm has a 10% chance that 1 will spawn. The fifth storm has a 3% chance that 1 B.R.U.T. will spawn, and they've also fixed a few B.R.U.T. bugs. The opponent B.R.U.T.Es will no longer be invisible on some occasions. B.R.U.T.Es can no longer be used to traverse the map faster than intended, and the turn rate of B.R.U.T.'s turret is no longer frame rate dependent. As for the events update, players are now matched with a narrower hype range, causing them to compete with players with more similar hype. As for performance changes, they've further improved performance to reduce the chance of players landing on point of interests with a low level of detail. Art and animation changes have been made. The Plastic Patroller outfit gained a visual update, adding mud smears, wear and tear, and a brighter outline so as to prevent this outfit from providing a camouflage effect in certain areas of the map. All players who previously purchased this outfit will be able to refund the skin without using a refund token if they choose to do so. This refund option will only be available for 30 days, however, with the timer starting after your next login. Additionally, the Mecha Team Leader outfit's idle animation was updated to its original version. As for bug fixes, they've improved the visuals of the emotical wrap on weapons. Reverb has been added on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. which, if you don't know what reverb is, it's basically an echo sound effect. A user interface update was added, which introduces the contextual tutorial system, a tip system designed to help guide and teach players new to the Battle Royale mode. This system displays tips to players during matches in situations where the tip might be most relevant. The option can be toggled on or off in the Game Settings tab and is on by default. On top of that, the item shop background has been updated. The UI bug fixes are the tiles for completed missions no longer display 0% and are no longer missing a checkmark when completed. Suggested challenges on the map screen no longer take up the entire space or show level up missions. The tiles for limited time missions no longer display soon when it should display the time remaining. If you ask me about the replay mode updates, I'd have to reply that the tracking in the battle map camera mode now smoothly follows the path instead of jumping large steps. Storm post processing has been disabled in the battle map, and keyboard bindings have been added to change playback speed and replays. G will increase the playback speed, and Shift G will decrease the playback speed. The replay mode bug fixes section states that changing the options for the battle map camera no longer resets the camera placement. Battle map no longer switches to a third-person view when the battle bus launches, and the squad visibility option in battle map has been disabled when viewing a solo match. For mobile changes, they've added a push notification system which can be managed in the device settings or in-game settings to toggle on and off. The safe zone will be respected on iOS X devices on the Battle Pass page. Autofire will now be applied to players with a bush equipped. The quit button has been removed on the logout screen. A single tap is needed to open the map after it has been closed with the X at the top of the screen, and the push to talk button is back while on the battle bus. I said battle bus. And then there are a bunch of bug fixes listed for the mobile version, but if you're actually interested in those, you'll have to check them out yourself. First link in the description, because otherwise the video would get unnecessarily long. And that's it for the Fortnite Season 10 v10.10 Battle Royale update. If you enjoyed, or if the video helped you out, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date. See ya!